I stood at the door, and these are the exact words that I heard. I will never forget this shit. I heard my best friend say out of her mouth, I love you. I can't wait until we can be together. And I heard my baby daddy say, I love you more. It's gonna happen real soon.
Imagine you let your best friend come and stay with you, sister. And that sister getting her back blown out by your man in your son's bedroom. Hell no, bro. What?
She also sent me a screenshot of that ultrasound. I tried to be cordial with you because our kids are siblings, but now it's fuck you.
Welcome back to another episode of Clocked Out Conversations. I'm your host Fahim, and today we got some more TikTok content. Caught my best friend with my baby daddy, and now she's pregnant, part 1. I'm not here to waste your time. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and let's get into it.
I caught my baby daddy having sexual intercourse with my best friend and then found out a week later that she was pregnant. Let me give y'all a story time. So we gonna give the best friend a code name of A. And we gonna call baby daddy BD. Okay, cool. So months prior to this situation, me and my friend had been talking about her coming to my hometown because she lived 4 hours away. So she wasn't close. And mind you, at the time, I was living with my baby dad. So for her to come out here, she was going to stay with me, which means she was going to stay with me and my baby dad. Now, like I said, we talked about this months prior. But it never became like an official thing. We never set a date. We never booked nothing. So I want to say maybe 2 months had passed since like we talked about her coming out here and stuff. Then she brought it up again. But when she brought it up again, it was like she was just so eager to come. Like, she just had to come. She needed to come. And she needed to come quick. And it was just like, what's that about? But I didn't pay her no mind. I'm just thinking she want to come have a good time. So we set a date, March 17th through 20th. I was off. We was going to have a good time. Cool. Now the time getting closer, and I'm telling my child's dad, like, such and such going to be coming here. And she gonna be staying for a few days. Cool. When I told him, he had like the weirdest reaction, but I never paid too much into it, because how I'm thinking is, okay, he probably just mad because he know I'm finna be outside, or he probably just feels some type of way because he know we finna be outside. No. So it's finally time for her to come down. She comes down. I go and get her. We come back to my house. Now, it was like a weekday still, the day she had came. It wasn't the weekend yet. So that day we had just chilled and sat in the house. So we didn't do much. We just talked, caught up, and spent time with each other. The next day came. We decided we was going to go to a bar. We go to the bar. We come back from the bar. Now we chilling. She gets the bright idea that she wants to get drunk. We should go get a bottle. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. I don't mind. Boom. So we go get a bottle, we go get some chasers, and we come back. Now, this is when everything started getting weird. And now, around this time, my baby dad had just got home from work. So now he's home, he done took a shower, got his stuff together. Okay, now we're about to start drinking. So we finna start drinking, and I peeped. The first thing that she did was handed my baby daddy a cup. Why didn't you get you a cup? Why didn't you get me a cup? But okay. Okay, cool. So we started drinking, and we drinking like 30 minutes in. She asked me to go to the room and grab something. I go grab it. I'll come back. Like 5 minutes later, she asked me to go grab something else. I go grab it. I'll come back.
Are you her slave or something? What the hell? Why can't you go get it? You a grown woman. Go get it yourself. Tweaking.
Then I want to say like 2 minutes past. It was like not too spaced out. She asked me to go grab something. I'm like, no. Like, why you keep asking me to do stuff, girl? I don't feel like getting up. Because at that time, it started to get a little weird. Like, then it's dumb stuff. Like, the dumbest stuff. Okay, cool. So now, at this point, I just started feeling so drunk. Mind you, I was probably only like 4 shots in. I was just feeling so drunk. Cool. And let me backtrack. Let me give y'all a quick side note. A month prior to this, my baby daddy and his brother had took a work trip to her hometown. And I never thought nothing of it. But just come back for part 2. I caught my baby daddy and best friend having sexual intercourse, part 2. So where I had left off was that I had started feeling really, really drunk, and I had gave y'all a side note, which was that my baby dad had drove to her hometown prior to this event. Cool. So we're continuing the night. We're drinking. Like I said, I had started feeling really, really drunk. So I had started drinking water, and I had slowed down on the shots, but they were still drinking. Cool. And let me put in there as well, all the shots were pre-made. They were all we all had our own section of shots in front of us. Cool. So now we have started playing this game called Spoons. Is where you just pass around cards until you get 4 of the same cards, and whoever gets 4 of the same cards pulls a spoon, and then whoever doesn't get a spoon, they have to take a shot. I had lost 2 rounds, so I had to take 2 shots. After those 2 shots, y'all, I just was like over with. They wanted to start playing Uno. We started playing Uno, and I'm just like, I'm too drunk. I can't play no more. I laid down on the couch, we were in the dining room area when all of this was transpired. I laid down on the couch, which was across from the dining room. So I laid down on the couch. All I remember is, I think I just blacked out, or I just fell asleep, because that's all I remember. And then I woke up. Now, I remember waking up. It was like 4 in the morning. My phone was on the little table that went with the little couches, and it was in front of me. So I grabbed my phone. I look at the time. It's 4 in the morning. So after I had woke up, I was on the couch, and I was just looking at my phone for a second, just scrolling through apps. And I was still really, really woozy. Keep that in mind. So, like I said, I was on the couch. The couch is here. Let's just say it's in the middle of the apartment. My son's room is that way. Our room was that way. I'm hearing noises from that way. My son's room, which is where my best friend was supposed to be sleeping. So I'm thinking I'm tweaking because, like I said, I was still really woozy. I'm thinking like, I'm just hearing shit. Let me lay down. I lay down. Nothing told me to think like, get up. Where's my baby daddy? Where's my best friend? Nothing told me to, none of that. I don't know what was going on with me. But I heard noises again, so I sat the fuck up, and I sat there like, am I tweaking? I didn't have to roll up, talk about this shit, and it's getting long. So come back for part 3, and I'll make that the last part, I promise. I caught my baby daddy and best friend having sexual intercourse, part 3. So like I said, I was sitting on the couch, I kept hearing stuff. So now I'm just sitting there trying to figure out, am I tweaking or what the fuck is going on, trying to get my mind right. So I get up, I start heading to my son's room. Before I got there, I heard talking. So I stood at the door. I stood at the door. And these are the exact words that I heard. I will never forget this shit. I heard my best friend say out of her mouth, I love you. I can't wait until we can be together. And I heard my baby daddy say, I love you more. It's going to happen real soon.
Imagine you let your best friend come and stay with you, sister. And that sister getting her back blown out by your man at the place that you rest your head in your son's bedroom. Hell no, bro. What?
Y'all, I went in the kitchen. I grabbed a knife and I barged in my son's room. So my son's room is like he had like a day bed where like it's like a kind of like the couch thing, but it's like a bed in it, if that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining it right. And when I walked in, he was sitting like toward the back of it, and she was sitting on top of him. And let me just add in there, when I walked in that room, they were on top of each other, fully undressed. Fully undressed. Both of them. So they had just gotten done. And let me add in there, when I went to the door to listen, when she was talking, she was moaning. So I already know she was riding. Yeah, I'm not getting no real. I never got no real answers. I started running up toward them with a knife, and my baby dad pushed her and like ran, like he jumped up and grabbed me. And when he grabbed me, I'm just trying to just stab. I'm going crazy. I'm just hitting and just swinging. And y'all, that is the most fucked up state of mind I have ever been in. Like, I have never seen myself that, like, it took a lot of praying for me to get myself together, y'all, after this traumatic situation. So at this point, I'm just going crazy. I'm fighting him. I'm fighting her. Like, y'all, I'm going crazy. Like, I turned into a gorilla in a motherfucking zoo. Literally. So I'm just going crazy, right? And my baby dad held me down. He got control of me and held me down. And he steady telling me, just stop, just calm down. Let's talk. We need to talk. Let me talk to you. Woo, woo. Fuck that. I don't want to hear shit. Get the fuck off of me. So I'm just screaming, get that bitch out my house. Get that bitch out my house. I'm telling her, bitch, get all your shit. I'm telling him, gee, I was making so many threats. I told him if he did not let me go, I was going to call the police and give up everything he had. Now he had a pew-pew. He had drugs, stuff. He had stuff he popped back. He had all.
At the same time, he could just tell them that you tried to stab them with a knife. You know, his guilt doesn't mean your innocence. But hey, let's keep going.
Type of stuff in the house. If he didn't let me the fuck go, he was going under the jail. So he let me go. So now I ran back up to her and I'm just whooping her ass like I mean a gorilla was really unleashed. And as I'm whooping her, I said, bitch, when I'm done, you better get your shit, get the fuck out. Cool. My baby daddy pulled me up off of her. And I slapped the shit out of him and I walked away and I just started throwing everything. Like she had some stuff on the table and she also had a couple things in the living room. Everything that she had, I just started throwing that shit. Get all your shit out my fucking house now. I'm going crazy. Like my state of mind was not with us. Like I was out of it. Okay, so this got long. I'm gonna finish the story in part 4 and I'm gonna tell how I found out that she was pregnant. I found my baby daddy and best friend having sexual intercourse, part 4. So, like I said, I was like really hysterical. State of man was gone. Man was literally gone. I'm throwing stuff around. I'm going crazy. Cool. So I'm just at this point. I literally started having a panic attack. Like I'm hyperventilating. I can't breathe. So I go in the bathroom. I lock myself in the bathroom. Cool. After like 5 minutes, I'm gonna say it wasn't long. I calmed down. I went back out there. It was just like when I seen their faces, it just made me all over again. So I'm like, she still was there. I'm like, get the fuck out, bitch. Do you need help? So now I'm literally taking all her shit out my son's room. She had a suitcase, but she had like stuff that was outside of the suitcase. It was everywhere. So I'm throwing all her shit like, you gotta go. You gotta leave now. Cool. So I'm like, get the fuck out my crib now. Ain't no putting on no clothes. Ain't no doing shit. Get out my crib now. So I'm telling my baby daddy, if you don't put this bitch out this crib now, I swear to fucking God on my baby head, it's gonna be bad for both of y'all. Like I'm just making threats. Cool. So he puts her out. He makes her leave. Most of her stuff was still in there. I threw all her shit out the window. Bitch, you better find it, and you better find your way to where the fuck you belong, because it's not here no more. So after she left, I had started fighting him again. And now we just fighting, and now he's holding me down. And I'm so sorry, I didn't want to do this to you. She kept coming on to me. I'm sorry, baby, I love you so much. I don't want to break up our family. Ooh. I spit in his face and said, bitch, get off of me. Cool. Now, mind y'all, I couldn't just pack and leave and do all my stuff there, all my baby stuff is there, and like, where was I gonna go? I had nowhere to go. So after that day, it was like I said, it was like 4 in the morning, so I could not sleep until like 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I also had to get my son the next day for my mom because she has to go to work at 9. So I dozed off, woke back up, went to go get my baby. Now, y'all, I was so scared to tell my mama this story because I know how my mama is. And the last thing I wanted was like, it was just like, when you tell your mama something, you gotta, like, you gonna get that support, but you also you gotta hear her mouth, like, and it was just like, I can't right now. And then I already knew it was gonna be over with my baby daddy, so I had to come up with a plan before I just. If you know, you know. If you got a supportive mama that don't play about you, you know. But cool. So I'm not gonna lie. I was making posts every day. I was talking shit about both of them every day. Like, y'all, I was so hurt. The world needed to know. The world needed to understand my pain. I was going in every day. She texted me like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I never wanted this to happen. I didn't want to ruin our friendship. Can you please just stop posting about it? Can you please just stop making a bitch? Fuck you. I made a post every motherfucking day. 10, 20, 30 posts a day. I didn't get no fuck. The world is gonna know what you did, you nasty bitch. Okay, now this gonna be the last part for real. Come back for part 5. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. This wasn't even supposed to be this drawn out, like, but this is gonna be the last part, and it's gonna be up to her telling me how she pregnant. I call my best friend baby daddy having sexual intercourse part 5. Okay, y'all. This is gonna be the last part for real, for real. I done went through this story 1,000 times in my life. Who it don't even hurt to talk about it no more. It's just real stressful. Like, damn, y'all really did that. That shit is just like mind-boggling. Cool. So, like I said, I was making posts every day. I was not letting up. I didn't care who judged me. I didn't care who felt no way about what went on. I didn't care about nobody's opinions. Y'all gonna hear this. Y'all gonna feel me. I was telling their personal business, their family business. I did not care. I was hurt. My feelings was dead gone. I had no feelings left to give. Like, it was just, oh well. So, like I said, she asked me, can you please stop making posts? Woo, woo, woo. No, bitch, fuck you, and I want you to go die. So, after like a week after, I kept making posts. So then she had texted me this paragraph like, I'm trying to be cool with you, and I'm trying to let this situation play out how it's going to play out, and I tried to be the bigger person and be quiet, but you're not going to keep getting on the net bullying me, da-da-da-da-da. I told her I was going to, bitch, I'm going to bully you until you, and I want you to, please, now, please. I'm mad I didn't do it when I had the chance. Like, I didn't care. I was just going all in 100 bars. Y'all want to know what this lady did? She sent me a screenshot of my baby daddy at her house. She also sent me a screenshot of an ultrasound, which she had gotten done right before the ultrasound said like the 15th. She came out here the 17th. And this lady sent to my phone, I tried to be cordial with you because our kids are siblings, but now it's fuck you. Y'all, when I say my heart was so fucking crushed, like, my heart was so crushed. I just started bawling out, crying, dropped to the floor. Like, I just felt so weak. Like, I know you're not serious. And mind you, I was still living in that house with my baby dad. At this time, he was gone at work. And no, he was actually on his way home from work. It was time for him to get out. And we weren't sleeping in the same bedroom. We weren't speaking at all. None of that. I was sleeping in my sunroom with my baby. He was in the other room. Cool. So, yeah, I was so shook, hurt, and like feeling betrayed. I didn't say nothing back to her. I had nothing else to say. I had no more posts to make. I had nothing left. I was so hurt.
That information knocked the post out of her. She didn't have shit else to say.
Now this shit making me want to cry right now. Like, but after she had told me that, it was like I just knew if I was around this man any longer, I was gonna end up him, literally, like literally. So me knowing that he was on his way home, I hurried up and packed me and my baby a bag, and I went over to my mama's house. Because like I said, if I would have seen that man's face, y'all, I was so hurt. And when you hurt, you really can't control a lot of stuff that you do. I had to leave, so I left. I went to my mama's house, and y'all, I was telling my mama bits and pieces of what had went on. But I really, like I said, like, once you involve family with certain stuff or tell certain people certain stuff, it's no coming back from it. Or, like, my mama will never look at him the same. And if I know, so it's just like I try to avoid that by telling my mom certain stuff or telling certain people certain stuff. But I just knew I was ready to go all in and give the full story. I went to my mama's house and I just let it all out. And y'all, it was a whole process, a whole court process. Like, it was so much going on.
I think that this is a crazy story. I mean, imagine this. You brought that girl over to come to your house to stay with you, and she having sex with your baby daddy in your son's room. I wonder, is that the same time that they get pregnant? Did she get pregnant the time that she caught them? That's crazy. That's crazy. So that means that her and her ex best friend have the same baby father. That's what that means. This also means that her and her ex best friend's sons, or son and daughter, whatever the case is, are siblings. In other words, they're going to both have to be in each other's life for the rest of their life, essentially. You're not going to keep these siblings away from one another, are you? Oh my God. But guys, thank you for tuning into another Clocked Out Conversation. Leave your comments below. I want to hear what you got to say. Do you think that she was justified in attacking them, or do you think she should have been a little bit more emotionally intelligent and let the situation go, given that if the police would have gotten involved, she could have been held liable and could have went to prison as well? What are your thoughts on the girl that ended up getting pregnant? Do you think that she was dead wrong? Do you think that this woman should have seen the red flags beforehand? Please let me know in the comment section below. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!